Select Review! Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Morgan today, and I forgot to gel my hair. That's pretty stupid of me. Anyway, so today I'm going to be taking a look at the AV Famicom in this second episode of Select Review. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is take a look at an AV Famicom, and let's see how it does. So first off, I want to get a few things out of the way. First off, it does have a similar design to the NES Toploader, which I do not have, but I do have the original Nintendo, just because I have a few cartridge games. And here's an example. I'm just putting in the cartridge for the example, and it worked surprisingly well, similar to the Super Nintendo. I think I can take this out now. Anyway, and it also supports the NES controller ports, and for expansion it has a parallel port for accessories such as the family keyboard and the Famicom zapper, which I don't have. I have the NES zapper, but I don't think it'll work with this out of the box. Probably you bought it for that. And it supports the AV out commonly used on the Super Nintendo, GameCube, and the 64. And I'm talking Nintendo, not Commodore. But anyway, it does use the same power adapter as the original Famicom, which I do not have, but thankfully I have an alternative that came with my Super Nintendo when I purchased it off Amazon. A Genesis Model 1 adapter will work fine too, but if you don't have one, you can use this retroversal adapter, which can output 9 volts, as the Famicom needs, as well as the original Famicom and the Super Nintendo, and every console that you see on my shelf behind me. Anyway, so let's get this thing set up, and let's see how good it does compared to the NES and Famicom. And who am I kidding? It has the same hardware. It's gonna play the exact same. Alright, so the first game we're gonna try it out with is Akubajo Densetsu. By the way, I can't really read that. It's what I know from experience. This is actually the Japanese Castlevania 3, and this game was commonly known for the VRC-6 chip, which produces expansion sound. See how it goes. Plays well, just like the original game. I need to play the original game, because this is the original game. Wait, that didn't make any sense, never mind. Did I ever say anything? Next game. So we're gonna be trying Super Mario Bros. 2. The Japanese version, aka the Lost Level. If you live in North America and Europe like me. Except that I don't live in Europe, I live in America. Anyway. Plays actually about the same as the original. Of course, I'm playing with flashcards, so nothing wrong with that now, is there? Yeah, what do you know? It actually does pretty good. Next game. But everybody's gonna recognize this game. Mega Man 2 for the NES. Supernova Flashman. Let's keep going. So the AB Famicom gets a 7 out of 10. For one, you can actually play Famicom games through the cartridge slot, and it also plays NES games if you have a cartridge adapter or a flash card with NES games on it. And it uses the NES controller ports, which means you can use an original Nintendo controller on it, like I said earlier. But there are some flaws to this console. For one, the composite output, or the video output, can only do composite out of the box. But you can actually mod this for RGB, so it's not all bad. Also, when you turn on the power on this system, it doesn't really give out an LED light, but you can actually mod it for that too. And another flaw is that these are really hard to find on eBay for cheap, which I had to spend $70 on this, so... And also another flaw that this has is, it doesn't really work with the zapper out of the box. Hold on, let me get my Nintendo zapper. So if you recognize this thing, then you probably already know that it's the NES zapper. And, if you try it with the AB Famicom, for example, you plug it into the Player 2 port, which, by the way, you have to plug it into the Player 2 port anyway on the NES. Anyway, plug it into there. And, it doesn't work out of the box. I didn't try it yet, but I already know that it does not work out of the box. And one more good thing about this Famicom is that you can use the 8-bit do adapter, not sponsored by the way, and you can just use any Bluetooth compatible controller and you're good to go. Simple as that. Now you got a Bluetooth ready AV Famicom. Of course, you could probably use this with the original Famicom through an adapter from the expansion port on the front. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell if you'd like, and that's all you have to do. So, goodbye!